Okay, so go ahead and screenshot this. I'll do the best that I can to like hit every point because of course like this is just like a rough draft of our itinerary, but of course things like change as we got there. We figured things out. So the plan was, well, what we actually did was we flew into Salt Lake City on the 10th. We went October 10th through the 13th, as you've seen on the itinerary. So we flew into Salt Lake City because that's the only city that you can fly into that makes sense for the trip. Like on the trip, you're going to drive. So like, don't think like, oh, we could fly somewhere closer, unless you only want to like see one thing. We wanted to see the sand dunes. We want to see a canyon. And we want to see the salt flats. So like, we made sure during our trip that we hit all those places. So that was the whole purpose of us flying into Salt Lake. So when we flew into Salt Lake the first day, um, we stayed in Park City, and there's many hotels because I believe that like that's the area that majority of people that go on ski trips stay. So there's many hotels that you can stay in, like they're all like in the same vicinity. So we stayed at a hotel in Park City. We went to go see the cave with the hot springs that day. We also drove up to a canyon, which is where you all see in the yellow trees. And so that was the only thing we did that day because the next morning we woke up at 4 a.m. to take a 4.5 hour drive to go to what the city is called Kanab to go to the sand dunes. And so that's a 4 hour drive. We woke up super early, of course, like so we can get there on time for our UTV travel. UTV tour and things like that. So when we got to Kanab, we did the UTV and the they also went on a hike. But honey, I was not doing that hike because if I would have made one wrong move, I would have been down in that canyon at the bottom of it. So they did a hike. We did the sand dunes with the UTVs. You had the opportunity to like sandboard and sand slide. So that's what we did that at. I have to find the name because my friend actually booked that, so I don't know the name of the tour, but I'll leave it in the comments. Um, so yeah, we did that, and then we also got a different hotel from the original one that we originally stayed in the first night, and we stayed in Kanab. That hotel was called Best Friends. Like it was super cute, pet friendly. Like if you go with like and you travel with your dog, it definitely was pet friendly. And then the next morning we also woke up like at 6 a.m. again because the Salt Flats was another 5 hour drive away from the sand dunes. Oh, I forgot. When we were in Kanab, we did the sand dunes and we also went horseback riding in Kanab. Um, and like the food and everything there is trash. It's like it's very much like a slow city. I'm gonna have to do a part two, but it's very much like a slow city. But like you're going to, just to travel and see the world. So